Sam Logue here for IrishBoxing.com. Delighted to be joined by Pete Taylor.
How you doing?
Pete, how's things, man?
All good, thanks. All good.
Yeah, good stuff. Good to see you. It's been a while. Obviously up in the gym here. Jay Byrne fights the weekend against Oliver ZAREN on the Wasserman show in Newcastle. Josh Kelly's undercard. Let's start there. You must be excited for Jay. Seems to be a very winnable fight.
Yeah.
He's coming to from Jay's words, he seems to be coming towards the end of it now, but this is a very winnable fight. What do you think?
Yeah, it's his first fight for me. I'd have preferred it to be, it was meant to be 6 rounds at the start. I'd have preferred it to be 6 rounds instead of the 4. I don't think any professional fighter should be fighting 4 rounds, to tell you the truth, because it's they've come out of the amateurs to fight as a professional. So I think most of the champions at 12 rounds, they probably wouldn't be world champions if they're all boxing 4 rounds, you know. So I don't understand why we have 4-round fights as a pro, but I think it'd have had, the chance would have increased more if it was over 6 rounds, because I think Jay would have worn him down. But I think so the 4 rounds makes it a 50-50 fight now. Obviously they've picked Jay because I think, you know, he's the away fighter, but I think Jay could surprise a lot of people at this fight. How
worrying is the 4 rounds? Do you think that they're kind of trying to set it up so that their man definitely can't lose, or that they can it's easier to sway it in his direction? Or
yeah, like you have to fight fights. He's done all 6 rounders. Why would you drop down to 4 rounds? I don't
Seems to be tactical now.
Yeah, it's tactical, you know. But sure, look, it is what it is, you know. So
yeah,
they've moved
confident,
the goalposts.
Confident that you have the game plan to go out next week.
You know, like once Jay follows the game plan, I think it'll cause a bit of an upset there, you know.
Yeah. What would you like to see Jay do next if he gets the win on Saturday?
I think for him to finish off winning an Irish or Celtic title again, you know, and just defending something like that, it'd be great, you know. And then it's up to Jay, then, you know what I mean. But look, Jay's no amateur career, and he's actually done really, really well.
He's overachieved.
He's overachieved, you know. These lads has had good amateur careers and have not done what he's done, in all fairness.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's turn the clock back a little bit, a few weeks. Obviously we had the big Katie card against Chantelle Cameron. Obviously didn't go Katie's way on the night, and we'll talk about that, but your charge, Gary Cully, was unfortunately upset on the night by Jose Felix Jr. Just maybe a reflection on that for me. I didn't get to speak to you after the fight.
Yeah, look, that's boxing, you know. They came in with a great game plan, in all fairness to him. I think the occasion got to everybody, all the Irish fighters, you know. All of a sudden you have 10,000 people shouting at you, and then for Gary, the build-up was different to anything he's ever seen before. And I think he just felt the pressure, you know. And you know, you box him again, you'll box the same fight, but be a little bit more cautious. And you know, I suppose there's probably a little bit of complacency there, you know, after, you know, no disrespect to Tyrone had beaten him as well. So you nearly think you've got his number, even as a coach. You think you've got his number as well, but he fought great. It was a great game plan.
You didn't expect him to come out and kind of be back footish and counter punch.
No, and that was brilliant. The tactics were brilliant. Spot on tactics, and he knew that, you know, if you're not, like Gary's been blasting everybody out, so you know the crowd gets a little bit restless, so you start hurrying your work a little bit too much, you know, and he expected that, and it was a brilliant game plan, you know. That's all I can say. The Outsmarted at the end of the day, it was a great game plan.
Yeah. What could Gary have done better on the night? Because it seemed to be from the very start that the game plan was obvious. Not in a disrespectful way, but you could see what Jose Felix was trying to do from round 1, right? So what were you saying to Gary? What could he have done better in there?
It's experience, you know. It's being patient, you know, and you can't do what Floyd Mayweather did against Madonna. You don't care if the crowd are booing at the end of the day. You've just got to win the fight as well, and make the fight boring then, because he punches. Obviously he punches, and you know, experience. You just gotta be boring and just win the fight on your jab. And look, it's easy enough to say that in hindsight, but like, you know, when you've been on your winning streak and you're banging everybody out yourself, and you know, it's just just I suppose experience at the end of the day, and
Where-
that'll never happen again to Gary. You know, it's like that's it. You learn more from them losses like that. It's invaluable experience, you know, and you know he'll come back stronger, you know.
There had been some talk from a technical perspective that Gary's a little bit guilty of pulling back with his chin in the air and stuff like that. Was that kind of one of the reasons that he had his downfall on the night, or do you think that was kind of showing up?
Yeah, I don't think he pulled back. Probably went in a little bit with his chin up in the air. But look, all tall boxers do it, I think, you know. I mean, you know, Tyson Fury does it. You know, he leans back on the ropes with his chin in the air because they use the heights to their advantage, and nobody says anything bad about that when they're winning. But like all of a sudden, when you get clipped and all the critics come out then and saying, "Oh, he should have done this, he shouldn't have done that." But before that, like, hey, this is that. You know, it's easy to, you know, nearly kick someone when they're down, but you know, nobody realises that the pressure he was under, and he's never had that kind of a build-up before. And now it was all really down to pressure, and then wanting to, you know, please the crowd. All the time he's been away and he's been knocking people out in the first round, and then, you know, the crowd starts getting a little bit restless because you're not knocking them out, and then, you know, you're young and experienced, you're gonna, you know, these things happen, you know.
Yeah, I get you, 100%. It seems like Gary's going to rematch Jose Felix on Katie's on the next card, which is going to be hopefully a rematch between Katie and Chantelle as well.
That's news to me.
In Dublin, huh?
That's news to me.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. That's the rumblings anyway. Nothing's confirmed yet.
From where?
That's just the rumblings in the industry.
That's just rumblings. Yeah.
Rumblings in the industry.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not confirmed, and by under no circumstances am I going to stand here and say that is definitely going to happen. Yeah. That's just what I'm hearing in the background a little bit. If that was to come off, is that something that you guys will target? Have you spoke to Gary? Does he want to go back in straight away for the rematch?
Yeah.
How confident are you about that?
Gary is the most competitive athlete I've known, like, and he won't rest till he puts that to bed now, you know. And you know, people can write you off if you get dropped. People write you off and all. But yeah, like if that's the fight everyone wants, that's the fight you take, you know. And you know, Gary's on a break now at the moment. Like, you know, he has to get his head right again, and then he'll be back flying, you know. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Katie's first loss, which came against Chantelle Cameron, obviously headlining in Dublin. A hard night for everyone, I think, but it must have been a particularly hard night for you. Did you stay in the arena to watch it? I know you've told me in the past that you're not a massive fan of watching Katie's fights live, but obviously it was in Dublin, you were in the arena, you had the co-main event. So did you watch it? And just maybe if you want to break it down for me, how did you?
No, I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch it? Have you watched it back since?
Yeah, I watched it back. I left. I walked back to the hotel where I was staying, and you know, typical people they couldn't wait to run out and say, "Katie got beaten," you know.
Yeah.
I love it, you know. But look, that's the mentality of some people. Yeah, I watched it back afterwards, and yeah, just, you know, she just didn't use her legs, you know, and Chantelle, in all fairness to her, she cut the ring off well. You know, people going on the size played a big part. I don't think the size played any part at all. You know, it was just like, I think Katie just stayed there too long with the legs, and it was a close fight. It was a close fight. It was the correct decision. It was the correct decision, but it was a close fight. But I think the cleaner punches were coming from Katie as well, you know. Like, even in close, the cleaner punches were coming, but then she was just letting Chantelle walk straight back in on top of her, you know. But look, you know, and again, I just think, I didn't think it would happen with Katie, but I just think that the occasion as well affected Katie, you know. Like, I think she was with the walkout, she was very emotional in the walkout, you know, and you know, it all plays a huge part at the end of the day. And
absolutely.
But I think. Well, I'm very confident the outcome will be different in the rematch, you know.
Yeah. What does she have to do to get the win in the rematch?
Just turn into a boxing match.
Yeah.
Even in Chantelle's words, she can't outbox. Chantelle says herself she can't outbox Katie, you know. And she just has to do the same. Turn into a boxing match, use her legs a little bit more.
Do you think it's important to bring her down to 135? And like as I said, I think I've heard a lot of people say like that the weight was a big thing. I'm not 100% sure, but then I'm not a boxing coach. But
she was never hurt in the fight.
But do you think Chantelle being super strong at super lightweight maybe was one of the defining factors in the fight? Do you think if she brought her down to 135?
I don't think strength came into it at all. Like, I just think she just didn't use her legs enough. I don't think that was anything to do with weight. And I don't think the weight it was any issue at all. Sure, what was it, 5 pounds? You know, like, I mean, I know what was it, 5 pounds, but I just don't think the weight was any issue at all. You know, and I just think it was the whole occasion, like as well, when you're boxing in Ireland, for Kate to be boxing in Ireland, like the stuff you have to do media-wise and everything, it's like it's draining, and they expect, you know, how much people expect of you as well.
Emotional energy and mental energy expended before.
You know, you could say, oh, she was the same in the Olympics, but in the Olympics it wasn't really the same because you were in a village and away from the media. When in the village, you know, you're away from all that. You're like cocooned away from it all, you know. Like with a pro boxing, you can't do that. You've got to go to this media event, that media event, you know.
Especially with Matchroom is a real media juggernaut as well, isn't it? Like
and it takes its toll.
Yeah.
You know, like it actually takes its toll, that kind of stuff, and people don't see that end of it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. People don't really consider that. Yeah. Absolutely. What's next for you in the gym in terms of, obviously you've got Jay fighting this weekend. We've seen Sean and Paul Ryan, Sean McComb and Paul Ryan in the gym doing pads and hitting the bags today. Have either of them got fight days coming up, or who's kind of next out for you?
Next out for me is Jazza Dickens. So we're over, he's defending his world title. So that's over in Dubai now. And then after that, we've got Sean on the 4th of August. So Jazz is on the 22nd of this month. Sean's on the 4th of August.
Is that the FELIX card?
The FELIX card,
yeah. Paddy's going to headline that, I think.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, we've got Tyrone in Dublin, with his fight for the IBO world title.
Oh, lovely. Amazing. So, opponent? Have you got an opponent for now?
Yeah, we have some Spanish.
Welterweight?
Yeah, so I can't think of his name. And I think ZAREN Kelly and Paul Ryan probably on that as well, you know.
Class.
Yeah, so we'll probably have 3 on that. And Luke's making his
coming back, right?
Yeah, Luke's making his comeback on that as well, you know.
I was wondering if I was going to see Luke up at the gym today.
Yeah,
Be
so
great to get a word from him. Are you excited to get Luke back in the gym?
Yeah, Luke's great, you know, and you know, it'd be great as well. Coming back, it's going to be good for Paul Ryan, you know, to have Luke in there, and you know, you know, with his experience as well. So yeah, so
definitely.
Yeah, that's exciting as well.
Busy times ahead.
Hopefully, you know. So hopefully they all, you know, with boxing, it's the plan, and then all of a sudden a week how it's gone.
Oh, it's so easy to happen, isn't it? Like,
happens, you know. But yeah, hopefully. Yeah.
You could have 6 fights scheduled, 5 of them could fall through. It's so easy to happen.
Could have a busy year ahead, but
yeah, we'll stay positive anyway and hope it won't fall through. Pete, I won't take up any more of your time. Thanks very much for talking to IrishBoxing.com. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks.
All the best, mate.
Thanks.